Cheap cars. Think junk, right? Many folks fear hidden problems, yet I see the opposite all the time. $10,000 can buy a car that just keeps going. I'm Morgan Lane, an auto safety specialist who has spent over a decade crawling under used cars and sorting recall messes. In my shop, I watched an older Accord sail past 400,000 miles with basic care. That is not a unicorn. It is about choosing the right years and the right engines. So what makes a cheap car actually reliable? Proven powertrains, simple electronics, and known fixes that are boring and affordable. Consumer surveys and road tests keep pointing to the same names for longevity. You will hear them today. I will show you which years to target or avoid, the common trouble spots, typical repair costs, and how to do a recall check in 1 minute. Grab the 17-digit VIN and run it on the government recall site before you buy. It is free and it is fast. 10 models. Under 10,000. Most run 200,000 miles or more when maintained. Cheap does not have to mean risky. First on our countdown, number 10 looks tiny, but there is one catch you must confirm. Let's go. Number 10. The Toyota Yaris. Small car. Big, stubborn reliability. The hook is simple. This little one just does not quit. The 1.5-liter engine uses a timing chain, so there is no belt to replace. And most owners only do oil, brakes, and tires for years. Why pick it? Insurance is usually low, fuel is cheap, and parts are everywhere. What to check? If you shop 2008 to 2012, confirm the airbag inflator recall is done. Dealers replace those inflators at no charge, and it is a vital safety fix. Also listen for a noisy wheel bearing on high-mileage cars, and check that the cabin blower works on every speed. Neither is expensive. Expect slow acceleration and more road noise at highway speed. That is the trade. But the upside is a tiny Toyota that just starts, runs, and asks for little. Speed tip. Bring the VIN to a dealer or the government recall site and make sure every campaign shows closed. One free airbag fix removes a huge risk. Solid start to the list, but the next pick adds way more utility without giving up mileage. Number 9 proves small, can still do big work. Number 9. The Honda Fit. Mini outside, magic inside. The Fit is the 5-door that can swallow a bike, a dresser, or your camping gear because the seats fold like a puzzle. The 1.5-liter engine is simple and long-lived, and it also uses a timing chain. I like the 2009 to 2013 generation. It fixed the earlier front subframe issue that led to a recall on older Fits. Still, verify that any structural recalls were completed. Ask the seller for the repair receipt, or have a dealer check by VN. Common wear items are honest. Shocks, brakes, and sometimes an air conditioning service. Fuel economy is often in the low to mid-30s. The Fit feels light and tossable, but it is also built with a reinforced cabin that holds up well in real crashes. My shop takeaway: if the hatch opens smoothly, the seats click and lock in every position, and the steering tracks straight on a test drive, you are likely looking at a keeper. Quick tip: check the engine bay for a recall sticker and scan for stored trouble codes. Clean report, tight feel. Goodbye. Up next, number 8 shares Toyota bones with a surprising badge twist. Number 8. Toyota Matrix and Pontiac Vibe. 2 names, 1 idea. These twins share the Corolla powertrain and much of the hardware, which means cheap maintenance and great parts availability. The Pontiac is often listed for less money even though it is built with the same Toyota guts. That is a value play. What should you check? Look under the car for rust, especially if it lived in the Northeast. Check the rear hatch struts for strength and confirm the roof rack hardware is tight. The big safety item is the Takata airbag inflator recall on many older models. Dealers will replace those inflators for free, so verify completion before you buy. Expect around 30 miles per gallon, excellent cargo room, and very few surprises. Transmissions are generally durable, and the 1.8-liter engines go a long time if you change oil on schedule. Quick tip: if you want the freshest feel, target the later 2009 to 2010 years, then use the VIN to confirm every open campaign is closed. A Corolla wagon vibe that hauls and lasts is hard to beat. Solid, practical choice, but our next pick shifts to hybrid power and giant fuel savings without fear. Number 7. The Toyota Prius, from 2010 to 2015. Hybrid sounds fragile, but this one is famous for outlasting taxis. The key is understanding the costs. The big battery often makes it past 150 to 200,000 miles. If it does fail beyond warranty, a new pack generally runs $2,000 to $3,000, and rebuilt options are cheaper. There is also a small 12-volt battery that powers electronics. That is a simple, lower-cost replacement when it ages. Brakes last a long time thanks to regenerative slowing, though a brake actuator can get noisy later in life. Fuel economy in the high 40s makes up a lot of ground over years of driving. What should you do before you buy? Ask a dealer to run a hybrid health check or use a capable scan tool to read battery data. Drive it on a long loop and watch for smooth transitions between gas and electric. If it feels seamless, you are in good shape. Quick tip: make sure all software updates and recalls show as completed by VIN. Smooth, efficient, proven. Still, the next car is not a hybrid, yet costs even less to keep happy. Number 6. The Honda Civic from 2012 to 2015. No drama, lots of miles. The 9th generation Civic uses a 1.8-liter engine with a timing chain, which keeps service simple. Manuals are extra simple and fun, but the automatics are reliable too when serviced. What to check? Window regulators, a lazy door latch, or a worn belt tensioner noise on high-mileage cars. Those are normal, affordable fixes. The recipe is easy. Oil changes on time, coolant and transmission fluid at the right intervals, and it will pass 200,000 miles without sweating. When I inspect one, I watch for smooth idle, straight tracking on the highway, and no vibration under braking. If it passes those, the rest is usually routine. Speed tip: if the previous owner kept records, you are already ahead. If not, budget a few hundred for catch-up fluids and a fresh set of wiper blades and tires, then drive. Good car, good value. But number 5 adds a sporty edge while staying dependable. That one also packs a tip to help you keep any used interior looking and feeling newer. Number 5. The Mazda 3 from 2015 to 2018. Fun steering, light feel, and usually only minor wear issues. Aim for the later redesign with the updated airbag system. Skip the earlier oil drinkers. The 2.0 and 2.5 engines use timing chains and can cross 200,000 miles with basic care. Watch for a clutch replacement on higher mileage cars. Manuals may need one clutch in their life, and some automatics need new internal clutches around 100,000 miles. Thermostats and motor mounts are common, modest fixes. Quick pause. If this helps you shop smarter, hit subscribe to Recall Roadmap with Morgan and give this a like so more drivers find it. One more quick win while we are here. Used cabins can look tired fast. I like Chemical Guy's Total Interior Cleaner and Protectant. It works on plastic, vinyl, leather, and even glass. It tackles sticky dashboards, dusty vents, and greasy fingerprints, and leaves a clean, low-glare finish. If you want that fresh car feel on a budget, check the link in the description. Back to the list. Number 4 keeps the Mazda fun, but stretches it into a comfy, efficient midsize. Number 4. The Mazda6 from 2014 to 2017. This one feels newer than its price. The 2.5-liter engine is smooth, and road tests logged roughly 32 miles per gallon overall, which is strong for a midsize sedan. The chassis is agile, the seats are supportive, and the 6-speed automatic has a solid reputation. What to look for? On early build cars, inspect the underbody for any surface rust and confirm any wiper or small electronics recalls are closed. Infotainment reboots can happen on early cars but are often solved with an update. Manuals can develop a sticky clutch feel past 150,000 miles. I always check for quiet braking and a straight, steady highway ride. If it passes, these go a long way. Quick tip: the 2014 Refresh improved ride comfort, so start your search there and newer. Solid, efficient, and good-looking. Yet our number 3 pick is the stubborn compact that keeps winning reliability surveys year after year. Number 3, the Toyota Corolla from 2010 to 2014. Simple, proven, and exactly why people call it a smart choice. The 1.8-liter 4-cylinder and basic electronics keep surprises low. Owners usually report brakes, fluids, and maybe a water pump as the big items for a long time. What to watch? Some 2012 and 2013 cars had coil failures that set misfire codes. Coils are straightforward to replace and not a wallet wrecker. I also listen for noisy front struts on rough roads and make sure the air conditioning blows cold at idle and at speed. Many Corollas in this range have a timing chain, so there is no belt service cost. That helps total ownership costs stay under control. The best part is parts availability. Many components are shared across Toyota models, so you will not wait long or pay a premium. Speed tip: avoid the very early, tired bodies if they lived in heavy salt. Otherwise, run the VIN for open recalls like airbag inflators and ABS updates. Thrifty, tough, and everywhere. Still, our number 2 pick is bigger, just as durable, and can rack up 300,000 miles with ease. Number 2, the Honda Accord from 2008 to 2012, with a note about older years. This is a durability hero. Many Accords break 200,000 and keep going. Here is the key advice: avoid the early 2003 and 2004 V6 automatics that were known for transmission failures. Rebuilds can run into the thousands. Instead, target 2005 and newer. The 2.4-liter 4-cylinder uses a timing chain and is a sweet spot for reliability and cost. The later V6 is strong too, but plan for timing belt service on schedule. I always check that the transmission fluid is clean and does not smell burnt, and then I look for smooth shifts under light throttle and full throttle. If it passes, you likely have a gem. Consumer reliability scores on mid-2000s. Accords are consistently above average, and real owners report easy 300,000-mile lives with brakes, tires, and fluids. Speed tip: ask for service records and budget a few hundred for fresh fluids if there is any doubt. The only car that edges it out in this price range is the one that made the mid-size class a synonym for reliability. Number 1, the Toyota Camry from 2007 to 2011. Everyone trusts a Camry, and for good reason. These cars run quietly past 200,000 miles with routine care. The 4-cylinder uses a timing chain and is the simplest path to cheap ownership. What to check before you buy? On early 4-cylinders, ask a dealer to confirm that any throttle body or intake-related campaigns were completed. Those fixes were often handled for free and remove rare stalling or warning light headaches. If you want a V6, inspect closely for early oil leak repairs on the oldest years. Transmissions on this generation rarely fail when serviced. My shop checklist is short: smooth idle, no vibration under braking, quiet cold start, and no power steering groan when you turn lock to lock. If it aces that, it is the definition of a safe buy. Consumer testers have long called Camry a smart choice for reliability, and the used market proves it. Speed tip: buy the cleanest example you can find, then run the VIN to verify every recall is closed. Strong finish to the list, but remember, even the best car only stays great if you keep up the basics. 10 cars, under 10,000. All chosen because real owners and testing show they go the distance with simple care and low drama. we pushed back on the myth that cheap means trouble. The truth is, these models have proven powertrains, boring repair lists, and dealer recalls that are often free to complete. Do a pre-purchase inspection, run the VIN on the government site, and keep oil changes on time. That is the whole playbook. If this guide helped, subscribe to Recall Roadmap with Morgan and tap like so more drivers save money and stay safe. Thanks for watching. Which reliable ride surprised you most, and what long-lasting car did we miss? Drop your pick and tell me why. Stay safe, keep your wheels aligned, and keep your records tidy. You will get years of calm miles from the right used car. And if you are new here, welcome to Recall Roadmap with Morgan. Hit subscribe to catch the next breakdown and share this with a friend who is shopping on a budget.